I'm back in the shop with a KLR. I want to get it ready for this riding season. It's January. It's about 60 degrees right now, so I really wish I was riding, but this chain has seen better day. Not a lot of, yeah, it's terrible. So when you replace the chain, you want to replace the sprockets. I don't know if you can see it here, but these are starting to get a little groove worn into them from, I don't know, hard accelerations or hard stops or something. I'm going to replace both sprockets and the chain. First thing I want to do is make sure my new chain is kind of the same, so I'm going to get that out. This is the cheapest chain on Amazon. It is very ugly. This is the Caltric chain. I don't know why I went with green. I think because I felt green, there was more of a chance it would fit this Kawasaki. Whoa! Came with master links, 2 master links. That's cool. And this, man, it looks to be the same. So let's put it on. I don't have like a chain breaker or anything like that, so I'm going to cross that bridge when I get there. All right, first thing I want to do is get this brake caliper out of the way. I'm going to use a 6mm hex key on these. Run the bolts out, and we'll hang this out of the way somewhere. All right, and don't lose those. Oh, and I'll be okay right there. All right, we got this cotter pin we got to pull out. I think this might be a 19, and over here I believe we got a 17. Struggling with my cotter pin, so I'm going to turn that. My needle nose is a hammer. All right, we'll keep that. Whoop. Is that not metal? Maybe. All right, I was wrong. That one's the 19, and this one's a mystery. So we'll zip that off. All right, those will go in the tray. All right, now's a good time to inspect those covers and the bearings on the bearings they're protecting there. This is one dirty motorcycle wheel. I mean, if you ride a KLR and it's beautifully clean, I don't think you're riding it right. So this video might not be for you. Let's see if we can find a master link on that chain. Looks like just a couple of 10mm bolts holding this cover on the front sprocket here. What am I missing? Huh, is there another one? Ah, maybe 3 of them. Ah, I'm dropping them. Nothing to it. Oh yeah, this one's starting to wave like shark teeth or whatever, so it's good we're changing the sprockets too. Look at this chain here. I do not All right, new chain is about a foot longer than old chain. All right, here's my front sprocket. It's like we have a retaining washer here bent over. But for that nut right there, this nut's supposed to be a 27 millimeter. I got the bike in gear here, but it's like the nut's riding on this thing here, which is kind of moving free. Oh, and the nut's loose too. Huh, maybe that's, that might be a good thing, because I'm fresh out of 27 millimeter, you know, big metric sockets. I hear a 1 1/16 works, but I don't think we're gonna need that right now. So let me see if I can get this thing off. We'll start by on the punch here, knocking this washer flat. Oh yeah, that's a pretty soft washer. Hopefully I don't booger that up too much. If I can get it out of the way of that nut there, might just be able to take that nut off. Nope, maybe not. Okay. All right. Well, we know why that was spinning free. I have a broken motorcycle now. We have a little shaft bolt there that is broken. Oh, that's terrible. All right. This might conclude this video till I get some parts. This is not good. All right, here's what I got going on. This is broken. All right. And it's supposed to be like so. So this is hollow, don't seem to go down into the crank. So my plan is put this back on, this little hollow hole. Oh, shit. Put it back on, this little hollow hole, booger weld the shit out of it. Yeah. I don't know, I don't know how to deal with this, but the only problem I see with that is messing this seal up. Messing that seal up there with the heat getting to it, but I don't know, I gotta do something. So, we'll see if that works. All right, so I put the new sprocket on, put the washer, I threaded this nut onto what little threads I had left of the output shaft, and I threaded this behind it all the way. So my plan is get the welder out, just weld up a metal slug through here. Now, I hope this works. Hopefully these threads will, hold good. I'm not gonna weld this nut to here or anything. I'm a little worried about my output shaft seal getting hot and messing up, but as long as I can get this off, I can replace that. So I'll get this going and hopefully get this thing fixed. Woo. Don't know if this is gonna work. All right, that's what I did. I don't know. I'm gonna let that cool off. I don't know if I did good here, but I think I'll let it cool off and put the chain on. And really concerned about this, but I mean, I do got good threads holding the nut on, even if it's maybe a turn and a half. I'll get the wrench on that, see if I can back it off, and that end piece stays there. I hope it's fixed, but I'm gonna find out in just a little bit when this cools off. Here's a better picture of our front sprocket here, you can see we got some shark teeth going on, so this was in need of replacement. There's the new O-rings and boogered up O-rings here for the old chain. My welds are still cooling, so I'm going to start on replacing this rear sprocket. This says 43 teeth. I don't know how many my new one has. It don't matter right now. So it's like a 12mm to take all these little bolts off here, and that's what I'm going to do. Alright, old one goes off, and these have the same amount of teeth as 43 teeth. New one goes on. Like so, we're going to bolt it back down. This thing seems to have cooled down. I'm going to try to take my chisel and bend this little locking washer over the nut here. Okay. I don't think that's coming off. Alright, we got the new chain started here. I'm gonna figure out where I want it. I put this about the third one back, and looks like this off. Yeah, I've got it back a good bit. The chain's gonna stretch, so I'm gonna cut out that link I marked and try to rig the master link between the two. Damn. Man. Jeez, what a pain this is. Okay. What to do? Just gotta knock it out. I don't know if I need to start drilling holes or what. I'll get back to this. Hey, my apologies, my camera battery died. But the answer to my link situation was more grinding. I grinded this so much, I just took a pair of needle nose pliers and popped it out. So, well, we stuck it on the bike, and it's ugly and green. And I just need to install this master link. So, let me get that stuff ready. All right, here's my kit. The master link here didn't come with any like little packets of lube or nothing, so I'm gonna use my bucket of grease and yeah, just grease the master link, put the O-rings where they need to be, and then we'll see if we can clip on the little master link keeper here. All right, looks like we put our O-rings on here. Alright, I'll dunk this in my bucket of grease. Oh, too much grease. That's terrible looking. Whatever. And guess what? All my O-rings came out in my bucket of grease. Jeez. All right. Oh, that's gross. All right. And chain. I hear it's important to make sure this keeper goes that way. I don't know, but it was that easy. Just put on with some needle nose pliers. I didn't use any special tools. Well, I take that back. I shouldn't have to get out my welder to change a chain and sprockets here, but that is exactly what happens. I'm gonna put this thing back together. What a pain in the ass.